Let me ask you something. Have you ever felt like you're speaking a different language than everyone around you? Not literally, but like your brain is running on a completely different operating system. And no matter how hard you try to slow down, simplify your words, or fake interest in conversations about reality TV and weekend plans, something still feels off. If that sounds familiar, you might be smarter than you think. But here's the thing nobody tells you. Being extremely intelligent isn't just about solving puzzles faster or getting better grades. It comes with a hidden cost. And today we're talking about 5 psychological struggles that only people with very high IQ truly understand. Not to make you feel special, but to make you feel seen. The first struggle is something I call pattern hunger. Most people see the world event by event. One thing happens, then another. But if you have a very high IQ, your brain is constantly automatically looking for the connection between everything. You see patterns in politics and relationships and human behavior and systems that are clearly broken. And here's the torture. Once you see the pattern, you can't unsee. So you're sitting in a meeting or a family dinner or watching the news, and you've already figured out the root cause, the inevitable outcome, and the 3 possible solutions. But nobody else sees it. And when you point it out, they say you're overthinking, or worse, being negative. That loneliness of seeing the full chessboard while everyone else is staring at one pawn, that's struggle number 1. The second struggle is existential loneliness. Now, loneliness isn't the same as being alone. You can be in a crowded room and feel completely isolated. For high IQ individuals, this happens constantly because you rarely meet someone who thinks at your speed, at your depth, or with your intensity. You learn to dumb yourself down. You laugh at jokes you don't find funny. You nod along to opinions you already deconstructed 3 years ago. And after a while, you start to wonder, is there something wrong with me? Am I arrogant? Am I broken? But here's the truth. You're not broken. You're just rare. And rarity is lonely. That's not arrogance. That's arithmetic. When only 1% of people process the world the way you do, statistically, most of your interactions will feel shallow, and that slowly, quietly crushes you. The third struggle is the curse of metacognition. Metacognition just means thinking about your own thinking. And highly intelligent people do this on autopilot. While you're having an argument, part of your brain is analyzing why you're having the argument. While you're feeling anxious, part of you is diagnosing the root of the anxiety. This sounds like a superpower, and sometimes it is. But here's the dark side. You can't just feel things. You have to understand why you're feeling them. You can't just make a mistake. You have to replay it from 12 angles and ask yourself, what does this mistake say about my character? This creates a paralysis that most people never experience. They make a decision and move on. You make a decision, analyze the decision, predict the future consequences, imagine alternate timelines, and then second-guess yourself into exhaustion. Intelligence was supposed to make life easier, but sometimes it just makes you painfully aware of how uncertain everything really is. The fourth struggle is something I call the boredom that burns. Regular boredom is waiting in line at the DMV, annoying but manageable. High-IQ boredom is different. It's physical. It's like your brain is screaming for input and nothing around you provides it. You finish tasks in half the time everyone else does. You master new skills in weeks instead of years. And then you're left standing there thinking, now what? This is why many highly intelligent people seem restless or unfocused or like they're always starting new projects and abandoning them. It's not a lack of discipline. It's a lack of challenge. When your baseline processing speed is so high that most mental tasks feel like walking at a crawl, your brain starts to manufacture problems. You overthink simple things. You pick fights. You create drama. Not because you're toxic, but because understimulation is genuinely painful, and nobody warns you about that. And finally, the fifth struggle is what I call the imposter syndrome flip. Most people know imposter syndrome as feeling like a fraud, like you don't deserve your success. And high IQ people absolutely feel that. But there's another layer. Here it is. You look around at how slowly people think, how illogically they argue, how easily they're convinced by bad information, and a dark thought creeps in. If these people think I'm smart, how smart can I really be? That's the flip. You start to doubt your own intelligence because the people validating you don't seem intelligent to you. It's a twisted logic loop. Everyone around me is confused. They think I'm a genius, but if they're confused, their judgment can't be trusted. So maybe I'm actually average or worse. This leads to a constant, exhausting insecurity. You're smarter than almost everyone in the room, but you don't trust their confirmation. So you never feel smart. You just feel like the tallest dwarf in a room full of dwarves. And that is a uniquely painful place to live. So here's what I want you to take away. If any of these 5 struggles felt personal, you're not broken, you're not arrogant, and you're definitely not alone. The problem isn't your intelligence. The problem is that the world wasn't built for brains like yours. But understanding these patterns is the first step to protecting your mental health. So be kinder to yourself, and maybe, just maybe, stop expecting the world to keep up. If this video hit home, drop a comment. Tell me which struggle you felt the most. And if you want more deep dives into the psychology of gifted minds, subscribe. Because trust me, you're not the only one thinking this way.